Hey everyone, welcome to another video. And in this video, we'll be talking about an n8n automation which I recently made for a digital marketing agency. In this automation, we'll be working with rapid APIs, we'll be working with GPT-4.0 Mini model, and we'll also be working with Google Excel sheet APIs. So this particular automation, as you can see, is scraping Instagram Reels. It's also checking out user page. We're also going through users posts, and we're also getting the comments in those particular posts. And then we're drafting an email using this GPT-4 Mini model, and then we are entering everything into this Google Sheet. So let me just, before I tell you about this particular automation, let me just go with the business use case of this automation. So we have a client, right? So we have a client who is a digital marketing agency, and they wanted an automation because since they have to reach out to digital marketers who are working in a particular niche. So they wanted to enter a niche. We can say this is a keyword. When they enter this keyword, they want to scrape content creators who are working in this niche, who have decent engagement, and they using the public information we have of them, and then we want to draft out an email for those content creators. So coming to we are going to be using for this particular automation, we're going to be using three major APIs. One is going to be Rapid API. Second is going to be GPT-4.0 Mini API. So I'm just using GPT-4.0 Mini, which is totally fine. And then we are also be using Google Sheets API. So we can get this from Google AI Studio. What Rapid API is, let me just show you what Rapid API is. So this is a Rapid API, and I'll show you all the APIs from Rapid. It's a very good web scraping API tool. So here, as you can see, one of the very famous API is Instagram Scraper API. So when I go to Instagram Scraper API, we can see that we have all these endpoints. We can get the user info, we can get the following list, the post and reels they have made. We can also get the specific post details, the comments they have, the information, highlights, info, everything. We can also search. So whenever you go to Instagram search, this is the particular API which you can use to replicate that environment. So we have search users, we have find similar accounts, we have search reels, we have search hashtags, and similarly a few other endpoints. So for this particular use case, the use case which I have told you, to get the content creators working in a particular niche, what we are going to be using is, we are going to be using Rapid API, and the endpoints which we are using here is, first we'll be making a search, and I think the best search results which I have been able to get is through search reels, not through hashtags but reels. So I'll just go to search reel, and here you can see this is the curl you can use, and this is an example response. So after search reels, you are getting approximately 12. In this, we are getting 12 posts, 12 reels, and this is an array of reel data. And here we also have, we must be having the user data as well. So we have user data, the full name, and I think the username as well. Yeah. So we also have the username. Now using this username as well, using this username, we are going to be searching for those users if they are working in that particular niche, because there's a very high chance that the users whose reels are here, they may have only posted one reel, but their niche may be different. So we need to analyze that the niche of this particular content creator is related to ours. So we'll be going over to their post and reels, whatever post they have made, and here we are only passing out the username. So we can get the username from search reels, and we can use that username here to get an example response of whatever post they have made. In this post, we have an array of this object where we must also be having the caption and the user. So we have the user here, and the caption must be somewhere. Here's the caption. So we have the caption like this. Using the caption as well as the comments, we're going to analyze if the user has this particular niche or not. So using this, we are getting the caption, and we also have a code of this post. Using this post code, we are going to go to post details, and we're going to go to comments. So in this comments endpoint, we are sending out the code of the post. Now using this code of the post, we are going to get the list of comments, all the comments which have been made on this particular post. Now we have three information. We have search reads, then we are getting the post and reads of every user. So it should look something like this. So we're going to go for reels. Here we're going to enter a loop, and for every user, for example, we get a user from this reel, we are going to go through all the posts and comment. For user and for every user, we're going to go through the posts and comment. We're going to analyze this data. If this user is related to a niche, we are going to compare it with the keyword. Alright, so this keyword, K for keyword. We're going to compare this user with the keyword. If the niche is same, then we're going to get the user info, and this user info we're going to get, and we're also going to be drafting an email using this user info. Alright, so this is going to be a cold email, how we can generate a cold email related to those content creators, because cold emails cannot be very generic. We have to make them very specific for every user. Alright, so this is the basic workflow which you're going to follow. Now let's head over to our n8n panel. This is the workflow which I've made. I'll just go through every endpoint here. So we have a form submission here. I'm getting the keyword, and then we're searching for Instagram Reels. Similar, this is the same endpoint of search Reels, and here I'm getting this particular array of data. We have the text, the caption. We also have the username. Perfect. So using this, we are splitting this object. So this is an object, so we are splitting this into since we have an array, we are splitting this, and then we have started a loop here because we want to run this loop over every user. So started this loop for every user, checking the user page. Then I've added a code snippet which gives us this result. We are only getting the user, count of the number of posts they have made, and an array of posts. Now I'm passing out this information into a split post. I'm splitting this, and for every post I'm running another loop, another nested loop, and here I'm calling out this comment API. This is also available in Rapid only. So for every post I'm running out this endpoint to get the comment information, to get the comment array. Using this comment array, I'm converting this object, I'm converting the entire data into caption with a comment array. So this is an object. An object contains a string caption and an array of comments. And we're going to be making an array of this particular object, because since there are multiple posts, we are going to be converting, this is for one post. So we are going to be getting an array of this object because this is related to one post. I hope that makes sense. Back to canvas, and this loops over for every post. After we have data for every post, we are combining this data. So we are getting an array of this object, caption and comment array, and then I'm converting this into a single string. As you can see here, it's a post one. Here we have the caption, and we must be having the comments here. So here the comment begins from here, and it goes up till where is it? Yeah, it goes up till here. Then there's the post 2. So we're converting this to a string so that it's easier for our GPT-4 model to analyze this data. I'm sending out this data to this AI agent, and here I've passed a simple prompt I cannot expand it. So you have to analyze the post of a user based on the caption of the post and comment sentiments. I've passed out the niche, and I just want a yes or no answer, and also the analysis from the user, from the GPT model. And here I'm passing out the data of this particular data, JSON data, and this is the output which I'm getting. So it says yes, this user is related to that niche, and this is the analysis of the content which we have passed. Now I've added a simple if statement here. What if statement does is it searches for this particular yes. If we have a yes over here, then we go over and get the user info, user details, and we add it to this email generator. If the content says no, this user is not related to this niche, then we go back to the loop, calculate these all these items for the next user, and we do not generate that email. So if the GPT model says yes, then we head over to user info. And for this particular endpoint, we are using user profile info endpoint, which gives us this data. User info, and this gives me this data. It has the bio, it also has the follower count, the following count, it also has the full name, and after that I head over to my n8n, and you can see we have the similar data set. We are getting bio links here, we are getting the bio, and we are also getting the follower count which we need. Next stop, we are collecting all this data into this code model, and we have the keyword here, we have the username, full name, bio, and everything, and all the data which we need to generate our email. We are sending out this post array, and we are also sending out the caption, the analysis which we've made from the GPT model. So this is the final data which we are getting for every user who have published the reels in that particular keyword. Now I head over to Canvas, and I'm generating this email. I've passed this particular prompt here, that you're a professional email writer. You can see the prompt. I'm giving out all these details from our final value endpoint, and I've said that we need the subject and the body, and I've added my credentials so that in the end line they can say that it's a signature for myself. We head over to Canvas, and then we have this Google Sheet so that I can get all this data into my Google Sheet. I've linked my Google Sheet here, and as you can see, for the keyword I'm getting the keyword from final values. All the value which we are getting is linked here, and this is the final addition which this particular module is making to Google Sheet. Now this is the endpoint. I think this must be very clear to you now what we are doing here. We are, for every keyword entered, we are going out searching for content creators who have published reels. We are checking out the user profile of those content creators, and we are verifying if they are publishing contents which is related to this niche. We are also analyzing the comments here so that it gives us more accuracy. After we have analyzed all this data, we are collecting more information about that user, and then we are generating an email, personalized email for them, and then I'm simply adding it to Google Sheets. I'm not sending the email directly, I'm just creating a draft from this. I can go and click on test workflow to see how it works. So we have this n8n form. I'll just say stop trade. So what this should do is, this should return me content creators who have pushed out content related to stock trade. Okay, so let's try to run this workflow. I'll just click on test workflow here, and it searches for IG reels. It loops over in the comments for every post. So it's getting out the comments for every single post, and now it's analyzing if we can pass on this user. It says yes, then we're getting the user info, we're getting the final values, and we are generating the email, and we've inserted this email into Google Sheet. Now let's head over to our Google Sheet as well. I'll just refresh if we have this data here or not. All right, so we have this data. So we have this analysis, we have the post array, we also have an email draft. As you can see here, we have the subject, it also has the body and everything we have here. That's great. We have the username, full name, followers count, media count, bio, and it's gonna run this workflow for all the reels they found, all the users. I'll just stop this workflow. So as you can see that this particular workflow can gather data like this for users who are posting in this related to this keyword. In this video we just summarized that how we can generate email for different content creators who are working in a particular niche. This entire automation does that. Alright, so this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.